talk about a direct way up. Jesus. Just every step is so painful. All around. Mamma mia. I'm back out in the Lake District, the beautiful Lake District. You've heard it many times. And today, I'm taking on the Newlands Horseshoe. I'm going to be doing today with a wild camp because the weather is absolutely stunning. Blue skies today, it's a Tuesday. I was here yesterday as well doing a hike, which was last week's video. Not so great yesterday, but today it is stunning. So I decided to stay in the lakes, push myself to come back out today, and I'm looking forward to this one. The Newlands Horseshoe is a circular route. It normally starts with cat bells and goes all the way around the horseshoe. However, I'm going to be skipping cat bells today. I want to tag some new Wainwrights off, and I've done that one quite a few times. So as ever, the route will be in the description below, but I will leave two. I will leave a route to the full horseshoe and a route to the horseshoe minus cat bells. You park a little bit closer in a place called Littletown. It's £5 parking all day, and I'm actually staying there overnight. I spoke to the people there and they said that's absolutely fine. So we're just heading up in between cat bells and it's High Spy or Maiden, Moor, something like that, to get up onto some high ground. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this one. And you can see the cairns on the way up just to show you the way. So just straight up, wiggle our way through the scree in between these two mounds. Cat bells just behind. And I'm just following this path up to the next summit. Certainly a little bit blustery. It's just the most pathetic cairn you've ever seen. But a cairn it is. So this is called Bull Crag, and I'll just show you the view ahead. Stunning. I think this is what we're coming round. Right, so let's keep following this continuation around the ridge and let's make our way, because we've not even tagged our first Wainwright off yet. What are we playing at? Now the route, the official route, is over straight on. There's another cairn on my map up here. I don't know the name of it, but it's obviously a summit, so let's go and tag it. And if nothing else, even if it's not a summit, it's going to be a great little viewpoint, and it's only, you know, it's only a couple hundred metres off the route, so it's not the be all and end all. Go. So if it's a named summit, I will put it below, but whatever happens, I'll put the height there. Brilliant views all around, so well worth the effort in getting up here. And I believe next we'll probably head into that cairn in the distance. We'll cut across this path and let's head towards the next one. Just been making my way along the tops, relatively straight, so it's not too bad at all. little bit blustery up here though. And what's that there? High Spy with my little eye, something beginning with H. oh, it's High Spy. Yeah, High Spy, which is our second Wainwright of the day. Quite an impressive cairn. So yeah, we'll get this one tagged, and then, ooh, we've got a right beast of a climb to Dale Head. Right, let's go and touch this cairn. I would love to set you up, stand you up on the tripod, but it is too windy. Yeah. Let me go on this side away from the wind. Oh, there we go. Right, High Spy, height on the video. I'm not sure what it is. So yeah, I can definitely see where we're going now. So let's just follow this path and see which way it takes us round. I mean, obviously there's an argument it could take us over there, but I don't think it does. I think it takes us direct. But we'll see when we get a little bit closer. For now, I'm just going to follow my watch, as I'll show you. There we go, follow my watch. The purple line, which is taking us kind of this way. One thing I'm going to do is treat myself to putting my gloves on, because it is freezing. Much better. These are the Montane Prism gloves. Again, I showed them in my last video, but these are new ones. The other ones were all ripped. Vinted, £30, can't moan. Much better. Yeah, just making our way down this rocky section. If you watched last week's video, I was on about my legs. Exactly the same today. Anytime I come down, the back of my knees locking out. I don't know what is going on. So I'm finding it tough coming down. Again, this is something I'd normally run on, but not today. So we've got to go around. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking in the distance and I can't really see the way up, but it must be there somewhere. In fact, I think I can see, you won't be able to see, but where the water is, I can see some people on the way up just past there, so gonna be a leg burner, that's for sure. Just having a glance up to Dale Head, and somewhere there, that's where I can see the people around that area there. So it looks like they come across and down to here. Looks pretty awesome though. Just as I was making my way along, I was just having a chat to some of the hikers coming down, and I met a lovely subscriber and a fella. They're going up to High Spy and then up to Dale Head today. Yeah, they've travelled all the way from Peterborough. Woo. And happy wedding anniversary. So it's their anniversary at weekend, and they're here for Monday to Friday in the lakes, and what a week they chose. Absolutely cracking this week. Right, let's cross over this stream. Good place to top up your water, but I'm alright today. I brought 1.5 litres, so no need for that. Let's cross over here and make our way up to that little tarn. There's not much to see on the tarn, it's quite grown over, but that's Dale Head tarn, obviously with Dale Head being above. Just going to make our way around here, and then it looks like there's a little bit of a path in the distance. Bang on course on my watch. It's beautiful now, no wind down here. Probably a good little place for a camp as well, low down, but it is a little bit soft, the ground. As you can hear, the squelching's back, but we'll soon be off this on our way up. Luckily now we're climbing, we're just out the bog. Wasn't great down there. Get a better view, better look at the tarn from here. And now I'm just coming up here. I don't know if you can appreciate the steepness, but if I hold that level, you see it is a bit of a slog up here. So I'm doing all right, but just taking my time. So I've got my big, still got my winter backpack really, even though the weather's nice. I brought my better sleeping bag, and I brought the Hilleberg Sulu again. I could have brought one of my trekking pole ones really, nice and lightweight, but I might as well get the use out of this tent while it's still cold enough, because it will be cold tonight. It's nice and clear, so I'm guessing we'll be getting close to 0 degrees tonight. So I might as well get the use out of it before it gets to the summer or spring. Just looking back to High Spy with my little eye up there, and that was what we've just come down. Cracker. Right, I'm going to put this away. Oh, let's get my ass up there. Talk about a direct way up. Jesus. Poles really do help though to dig in. I'm not sure if this is near the top, I don't know. About 670 metres now. I've got a feeling we're up to 700 or 800 at the top, so keep plodding along, Chris. Keep going. Looks like we're onto more grass now. Right, I'm going to put the camera away while I get up. You know what, I'm treating myself to a little sit down. It's so nice to sit down and just admire these views. It's quite hazy in the distance, but all the tops perfectly clear. And I know I do keep saying it, but I'm in no rush. You know, we're going to be doing a camp up here somewhere, probably Robinson, I would imagine. But after we've been to this peak here, we've got a bit of an out and back. I don't think that's too far. And then after that is Robinson. So, you know, we don't want to be too early because I'll be sat round up there, waiting round. And what I'd rather be doing is, you know, finding somewhere a little bit more secluded, if I can, so I can pitch up early. And then we can just chill, sit out and actually enjoy it. Make a brew, and yeah, enjoy the views. That's what we come for. You know, I'm all about killing these hikes. I love it, and actually it's something what I enjoy, you know, pushing myself, and I very, very rarely stop on a hike. But I think, you know, you make all the effort to come up to these places, sit and enjoy it. So I'm just gonna have a couple of minutes here, a few thoughts to myself, and then I'm gonna pick up, I'm gonna quickly get to the top, and then I'll bring you back as we're approaching the summit. Woo! Dare I say, I can see the summit cairn. Just behind me there. So I've levelled off now, thank Christ. So yeah, you're more than welcome to follow this route, but the route that I'd used was literally a direct beeline for the Trigg. There is a path to the right, I could see on OS maps, but I thought I'd go the direct route. Right, let's go and touch the summit. How you doing, you alright? There we go, I was just chatting to that couple. So, it's about 10 minutes later now, but there we go. The top of Dale Head. And I'll put the link, the height below, but look at that for a view. Look at this. How beautiful is that? So obviously this is what we've come up, I think, yeah. So what we've got now, we've got this out here. I think this is Hindscarth, and then back, and then we're going to go out to Robinson, which is out there, and then we come back on. They look like the same mountain, but there's this one, there's one behind. We're going to come back down there, but that's a beautiful view, that, isn't it? Down into the valley. Yeah, that couple there, I asked them if they were running today, and they said, oh yeah, we're just doing a recce. They race in the UK Championships for the fell races, and the lady is the women's champion at 60. So she said, we're doing a bit of recceing up here for the proper course. So they're going to walk and run it today to get an idea. They're here for a few days, and then she said on Saturday she's taking part in the first championship of the year at the Peak District, a 21 miler. So good luck. Rather you than me. I do like a run down when I'm hiking on a bit, you know, when you've got the graduals or a little bit of a descent. It's really nice to run to make up a bit of time, and easier than stopping yourself at times, but not today. Sore legs. And now I'm just gonna mosey on over to Hindscarth, which you can see is just out there. I'm trying to go nice and slow now because obviously we're making really good time today and the sun doesn't set till later, so I think if I make my way over there nice and slowly, take a little break, have a rest, and then we'll work our way over to Robinson and check it out from there. My mind always gets to me where I think I could have just brought a day pack today, hammered round this, finished nice and early, and then I could have just gone back to my car, grabbed my bag and just whipped up a smaller fell and done a camp. But it's all right. I suppose it's nice to break this one up. The only downside is it means tomorrow I can't really do a full hike because I'll be coming back from this one. More of those things. What are they? I pointed them out in last week's video. I don't get it. I don't know if they're markers or not, but there's another one on the path and there was one further back. Yeah. Just reaching the summit cairn on Hindscarth Edge. Oh, a bit windy up here, this bit. It's cold in that wind as well, my hands are freezing. There we go. And again, another one of these things, these metal things, another one below. Right, I'm going to put my gloves back on because it's a wee bit nippy. And then, yeah, slowly make our way over to Hindscarth. Lovely and calm, just walking across this flat section. And you can see our path up to the right. And out and back. Just been a gradual ascent this, and now we're getting to the top of Hindscarth. With some fantastic views. Bit of a rocky summit. There we go. Looks like a little shelter there. Some lovely views. It's like a little W this, it's not a true horseshoe. Well, obviously it's not even called a horseshoe. But obviously after Robinson, you can see where we'll be heading down. Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. So yeah, it's a little bit fresh up here. I'm hoping that Robinson is out of the wind a little bit, and I don't think it is, but we'll see. As I say, it's absolutely fine for the tent, but it's just nice if I can find somewhere up there now, which is a little away from the path. I can pitch up early. Everyone will hate me for that, but I will try and pitch up early, get my stuff in, and then I want to be able to sit in the doorway or sit outside the tent, no wind, and just enjoy it for a bit. As I say, it's a Tuesday, so there's not that many people about today. It's not like it's a Friday and Saturday where there's hordes of people. So I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll assess it when I'm up there. I can always sit out for a bit and wait, but my intention, hopefully, is to pitch up a little bit early. Oh, I'm not going to lie, I'm really struggling with my knees. Bringing tears to my eyes, this. Oh, just every step is so painful. Definitely not right, my legs, honestly. I think this will be my last day in the lakes this week. Even though the weather's perfect, I don't want to do my knees any more damage because it could put me out for a lot longer. But something's definitely not right with my knees at all. And I think this is, again, I know I keep saying it, but I think this is definitely from the Snowdon Horseshoe. I just found the impact very, very tough on that. I don't know why. Maybe I was particularly banging my feet or banging my legs and not being as careful as I should have been, but I've definitely damaged my knees and this is incredibly painful. But luckily I've only got to get up that, and going up's a little bit better, but coming down is, oh my god, it's mind-numbing. So sore. Oh, I just can't cope with it. I feel like a right moaner. And again, do I have to put this on video? No, but I just want to be real. I am struggling coming down here. It's just a very basic hill as well, but these knees. Right, so I'm gonna have to use my poles, take my time, and let's crack on up there. And I'll as I say, I'll let you know when we're close to the top. Right, so that's where we've come down from, Hindscarth in the background. And now we've just got this little bit of a slog up to the top of Robinson. I'm just hoping that going up it's a little bit easier because, honest to God, I actually can't wait to stop. I'd stop now, but I have it in my head that I can never stop before a big climb. It'll just put you off wanting to do it, but honestly, I'm actually glad I'm camping on this one because when I get to the top of there, I need to stop. I'm really struggling. Pain is unbelievable in my right, just behind the back of my right knee. Poles out as always, and slowly but surely make our way to the top. It looks steeper from further back, but actually it's not too bad. King of Fall Summits this. And I always appreciate where you've come from. Can you make out Dale Head? You can. So thankfully it's levelled off a bit now. Just got to make our way. Hopefully there's a cairn up here or something to mark the top. Here we go. See the summit. Get to it now. Oh, my weary legs. Oh, there's looks like some water up here as well. Come on, baby, touch it. Yes. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm in the wind a little bit, so I think what I'm going to do, get my sit mat out, just get behind this wall, and I'm just going to treat myself to a sit down. Maybe we can just get in behind here somewhere. Yeah, in there, that's me. So let me get my bag off, let me get settled here and just get out of the wind a little bit, and then I'll bring you back. Oh, so much better out of that wind. I'm just chilling out now. Oh, beautiful views ahead, looking over the lakes. I don't know which ones they are. I should Google it really, but it's a lovely view. Yeah, and it looks relatively flat up here. It looks a little bit rocky underground, so I might have a little look in a bit just to see if I can find a little pitching spot. Because if I can find somewhere a little bit away from the summit, even though I like to be on the summits, if I can find somewhere just a little bit away from the paths and not necessarily in view, I get the option of pitching up a bit early, because obviously there's not many people up here today. But yeah, it's nice to have a little relax of those legs. Might have a little sip of my water after lugging it up here. 1.5 litres, so this will do. It's enough for a dehydrated meal, brews and a couple of drinks, but this is my first drink today. Oh my God, it's good that. Annoyingly, I could drink the whole thing. So I'm not going to do much filming for a little bit. I'm just going to have a nice relax, rest my legs, actually enjoy being up here. But this is potentially where I'm going to pitch tonight. Let's have a little look at the time. It's 2 o'clock, so obviously it's really early. We've been going for 4 hours, well, 4 hours 28, so 4.5 hours, and it's just done under 12k. I'd say it's a little bit frustrating because I could just go and finish now. You know, I could go and finish and get back, but I do want to do a camp, and it's a good a place as any to do it, so we'll just eke it out a little bit. But yeah, so I'll bring you back in a little bit. I'm just going to sit down and enjoy this view. Oh, right, I'm absolutely freezing now. I've been sat at the summit for quite a while, about half an hour, 40 minutes, been chatting to people. I've only seen 3 people come up, but I've just had a bit of a chat to them. And now, do you know what? I know it's still bright out, but I've come down from the summit a little bit, and I'm just gonna have a look at that little spot there. It's not the straightest, but it's a little bit spongy, so it should be nice to lay on. But I'm going to set that up, and that's going to be my backdrop, looking over to, I think it's Crummock Water and Lowes Water, and I think the sun's setting over there later on, so we should get a sunset as well. But I'm going to set up, and I'm going to get in the tent because it's absolutely freezing. Just while I sit down and sort my poles out, I'll just show you. So I'm in my Hilleberg Sulu, and look, I finally managed to get my black poles. I had a look, someone tagged me, I think it was Andy actually from Backpacking UK. He tagged me and he said, Chris, quick, check on, have a look on eBay now, someone's put some on. So I've managed to buy my 10mm poles, and I got them for a really good price. I think they were £135, which, yes, it's a lot of money for 3 poles, but they're from Hilleberg, they're 200 and odd. And I do know a guy who sells them for like 170, so I've done really well. So I finally upgraded to the black poles, and we're going to use those today, first time using them. On the Sulu, you have 2 poles the same length, and the one across the middle is different, and they're colour coded. These poles aren't, they're just one colour. So what I did, I used a bit of tape, and I put a bit of, obviously orange, I put a bit of orange tape on this one, so I know that that's my middle pole. To be honest, they're not needed. I mean, I've got the red label tent and it's fine, but with these, your tent's just that little bit more taut, because obviously the thicker poles and everything's going to be a little bit tighter. And I like them, and I just wanted them for that peace of mind. Right, so let me find my pegs, hopefully I've got them. Let's get this bad boy set up. Yeah, you can feel already tighter in the sleeves, which is nice. And then we just go around and clip all the corners on. There you go, looking good. Put that bolt there. Tighten these up. Again, make sure all these nice and tight, but they need a little bit of movement as well. Whew. Right, so I'm going to get my stuff in the tent, get my gloves on, and let's warm up a little bit, because it is bitter. Already so much warmer, so nice to be in here. Ground's lovely and spongy, so this should be all right for tonight. Obviously I've got my air mattress. Away from the elements and the cold. I think what I'm going to do is make a brew, and then let's enjoy it. You know, let's sit out and have a really good look at the views that we've got, because you don't often get this in the Lake District. Right, I'm a little bit more organised in here, so I'll show you a little bit of some of the things I've brought. I've obviously not got my sleep system out yet, but I've brought my Thermarest X-Therm, and I've got my OEX Leviathan 900 and my X-Bed Mega Pillow. I'll show you those later, but they're still in my bag. I don't need those out yet. I have brought my booties for tonight, just my Nature Hike booties. To keep warm later because, oh, it's going to be cold keeping these shorts on. I love these. I've had these for ages. These are my Revolution Race waffle pants. You've probably seen this when I've been walking around, but this is my Atom Packs Roo. But basically, all I carry in there, I carry my charger for my microphones. I've got a spare action camera. I've got a power bank. I've got this little funky light here. And in here, I've got a big power bank. Again, I'm not going to even need this tonight, but this is 20,000 milliamp, so this is handy to have. And it's got a built-in lead for your Apple iPhone. I've got my head torch for this evening, so we'll leave that out somewhere. Put that in the tent. I've also got my air pump. Now, you probably know I always use the Flextail gear, Flextail pumps. So I had the original tiny pump. I wasn't a fan of that. The connection was crap on it. It used to fall off all the time. So then I bought the Tiny Pump X2, which is brilliant, and it's got the built-in light. I used to use that all the time until they brought out the Flextail Zero, and it's just a little bit lighter. So I bring that. It's not quite as powerful, and it doesn't have a light, but that's been my preferred pump until now. I've got a brand new pump. It's by HAOMC, I think it is. I'll put it below. But basically, it's very similar to the Tiny Pump X2, apart from it's smaller and way more powerful. It's USB-C chargeable. It's very similar to what you had before with the 3 lights. You can inflate and deflate, and you've got obviously all the nozzles, very, very similar, but it is very lightweight. It's in between the Tiny Pump 2 and the Flextail Zero, but power-wise, it's nearly twice as powerful as the Flextail pumps. May or may not use this, but I brought my drone, a Mini 4 Pro. Sometimes I bring my little Neo, or sometimes I take my full-on drone. I've got my DJI Air 3. But I've brought that. I've not even flown it once today because it's been in my bag. It's a bit windy at the moment, but I don't often use it, I'll be honest with you, but it is nice for some extra shots. I'm just too lazy to get out of my bag and use it. And then last but not least, we've got my stove. This is in a little DCF bag, really, really handy, lightweight. It's a 750, but it's actually a Tom Shoe one, just like your normal Totes ones. And the lid, once again, Soto thermostat. Brilliant lid, fits so many of my pots, so I use this all the time because it's got a drainer and a cup as well, so you can drink out of this and you don't burn your lips. I've got my Soto Amicus, which I love, I always bring this one. I've got my gas, again, it's in a little DCF bag. But the great thing about that is super lightweight, fits perfectly, and you're not going to rush your pot. I've got a new lighter for today. I've bought the mini Soto lighter, but it's smaller than the big one I have, the extendable. And for me, if I'm gonna use this more frequently, and it fits in my pot. Yeah, you just top it up with your gas canister, and these are great, and obviously they'll light in any wind. I've got an Adventure Foods pasta bolognese, which I love. And I've just got a mugshot. And in fact, I'm probably going to have that mugshot now, get some food down me rather than have a brew. And that's it. That's the full setup. So let's get some food on. Let's get a mugshot so we can warm up and have this. I've not even noticed my spoon yet, but hopefully it's in my bag somewhere. And I'll bring you back when that's boiling. I just thought I'd come out the tent while my mugshot is sorting out. I boiled the water and it's just sat in the pot, so I'm just going to let that pasta soften. Now the tent's looking good, but the question is, am I looking good? Let's have a look. So, Revolution Race leggings. Oh, my legs are so much warmer. I've got my Century Designs hoodie on under there, and I've got this on. And I've got my gloves on, so I am nice and toasty now. I can actually be outside here. Let's have a little look at this water source over here. Oh, my leg. Yeah, this is not a water source I would want to use. I mean, if you were desperate, but God, no. If you could get it out the middle, it'd be all right, but no. No, no, no. So it just means we need to ration the water just a touch. I've got 1.5 litres, so it should be plenty. Now, you might think it sticks out like a sore thumb there, but if you look at the colour of the ground, My tent's basically the same colour. That's only because we're looking at the inside of the door. But that's the perks, you see, of having a sand coloured tent rather than a red, you know, something really bright and obvious. They look great on pictures, but they're just not as, they don't blend in as well. Whereas, I mean, look at that now. I know it sticks out because it's on a lit, but it looks in its natural environment. What is your favourite colour, Hilleberg Solo? I say sand is the best colour. I love it. I had a Sandabisco Light 1, love that. And then got that one. You can obviously see it, but it's not too bad, is it? If you look at the colours. And we're just stuck out there, minding our own business, so it's absolutely fine. I wouldn't normally pitch up this early. It is 3:30, but as you can see, there's just nobody about. Even on Hindscarth, nobody up there. I can see somebody on the top of Dale Head, but that doesn't mean that they're coming this way. I think we're going to be on our own up here now. It's a Tuesday. Who comes out on a Tuesday? Me. No, but not many people come out on a Tuesday. So we're all right. We're blended in. We're just away from the summit. We're not on a path. And it's quiet. Just hoping we get a nice sunset tonight. It's going to be stunning. It's cold though. Whoo! But it's a while since I've been able to do this. And what I mean by do this is, when you're pitched up, actually enjoy the space. Because obviously all through the winter, generally you get there and you've not got much sunlight left. So you're pitching up and it's going dark and you're in your tent. And yeah, you can get out and have a mooch when it's dark, but I don't see the point. Once I'm in my tent in the winter, I'm in it. But at least here, we can have a mooch, we can, you know, can have a look what's going on. So I've come back in, I've just been eating my mugshot, which is lovely, nice and hydrated now. And yeah, I'm just relaxing here. To be honest, I'm just trying to make the most of it. I'm just, you know, I'll get out a little bit more in a bit and do some more filming, but for now I just want to lie in here. I'm looking out the door. It's just beautiful. I've got Skiddaw and Blencathra right in my vision. And it's, yeah, and it looks lovely. And I'm just looking out at the Coaldale Horseshoe as well. So it's going to be a long night anyway. So for now, I'm just going to have a chill, have a little lie down, might even have a little 5 minutes kip. And yeah, I'm all nice and warm now. I mean, I've got all my, look, I've got my down things on. I'm all that, feel lovely and toasty. I've had something to eat. I'm done. Right, I'm going to put my air mat up because the ground's getting a little bit cold now. So we'll just see how quickly this pumps up. Right, so that's on now properly. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, already. I can tell you this is better than that Flex Tail Pump Zero. Yeah, this is going up nice and quickly. And it'll just be interesting to see if it pumps it up hard or if it needs extra air. Right, so that's nearly not far off now. Ugh. Right, so for most people that's inflated, but I want to see how hard it gets. Oh, super hard. Right, that'll do. Pop it off. Right, so look at that. I mean, what was that? A minute? Less than a minute. It's absolutely rock solid. Doesn't need any extra air in it. Yeah, it's honestly absolutely fantastic. Now what I will do, I'm not going to charge this device as well. It was charged fully, and then over the next few camps I'll tell you exactly how long it lasts. Obviously this is the first time inflating it, but I'll just leave it and leave it and leave it until it dies, so we'll know how long it lasts, because I'm going to have the light on all night tonight as well, so hopefully it should be all right. So I've just been laying the tent for a little bit in my sleeping bag, keeping warm. It's lovely. I just wish they didn't have this bitterly cold wind, so I could just sit out and enjoy it. Still am though. I'm still so happy to be out here. Absolutely stunning. Mamma mia. Yeah, I'm glad I brought me Hillyberg. Let's just make our way back to the tent. I feel like I should be making effort now doing the time lapse. Yeah, go on, well let's get a little bit of a time lapse of the sun setting behind those mountains and the tent, because that is beautiful, isn't it? But that is it for me. I am getting in this tent, my hands and everything is freezing. So all the colours are going out the sky now. This is now the time for me to get in the tent, get warm. I might even have that brew now, and then I might make myself some food and just chill out. I'll film what I can when I can, but I just want to get a bit of time chilling out in here, get some lights set up, get organised, and then I'll bring you back for some chat. I'm going slow here, getting everything together. So I didn't show you that before. Soto Amicus, first stove I ever bought, and it's still the one I always use. So how much water do we want in there? We won't go mad. Got that much left for my brew and a bit of a drink tomorrow. I've not got the stand, so I don't know how it's going to stand up in my tent. Hopefully it won't fall over. Put the lid on. Don't move. We don't want that falling over and torching my tent. So Chris, have you got any tips for cooking in your tent? Yeah, funnily enough I have. When you're boiling your water, always use your holder for your gas. Basically, I decided to have my food, so I poured the water in here and I topped it up and I thought, oh, I'll make a brew. And I had it there, just forgot about it on the side, knocked it over. Water all in my tent. I've had to get one of my spare socks to try and dry my tent. I've dried what I can. My sleeping bag is absolutely soaking at the bottom because that was in it as well. And underneath this is soaking. What an idiot. Yeah, you just got to be so careful with things like that. I shouldn't have done that. So what I did with what was left, even though it was warm, I poured it back in here, so at least I've got a little bit of water. And my stove is now going away. I won't be having a coffee, so after me saying that all day, I won't be having a coffee. But at least I can have a hot meal, and then I'm going to save that water and I'll just drink it as it is. So anyway, my food should be hydrated now. I'm just going to eat that. If there's any drama in the night, I will film it. If there's any stars and I manage to get up and see them, I will try and film it. But if not, well, there probably won't be, I'm going to say good night. And I'll pick this up in the morning where hopefully I'll set my alarm. Hopefully we'll get a sunrise. It'll only be a few seconds for you. It's going to be a whole night time for me. But I'll see you in the morning. Night. Morning campers. It is about 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been up about an hour, but I'll just open the door now. It's still dark outside, but it's just, I can see the sun in the distance. This is the look out of the tent. Look at those colours. It doesn't do it justice on the camera. It looks a lot lighter than what it is, but it's absolutely stunning. Not a breath of wind, just look at those colours. So it's turned out alright. It was a little bit windy through the night, but then it's been calm. I mean, look, not flapping at all. Absolutely perfect. So I need to take this opportunity to take some pictures while I can, just out my door, because, you know, you don't always get views like this. Just the contours of the mountains are stunning. But actually, it's a little bit earlier. It's 5:34. What am I talking about? 6 o'clock. Yeah, so sunrise is 6:15. So I've got plenty of time. I think I've set a time lapse up for about 2 hours. So hopefully we'll catch the colours as they come up. Better safe than sorry this time. pot stands, absolutely essential. Stick that Sotto lid on as well so it boils a bit quicker. There we go, look at that view. Right, that's my brew done, or that's my water boiled. Oh God, I'm dying for this coffee. I've wanted this for 2 days now. But this is stunning. It's so nice when you don't get a breath of wind up here. Oh, it makes it worth it, because so many times, my last God knows how many camps, it's been getting your tent away in the morning, either a bit of rain or strong winds. But yeah, it's lovely today. Lovely, peace, calm, beautiful colours. Chef's kiss. This was my spot, you can probably see it, the light spot there. Gleave no trace. Cheesy little thing, Gleave no trace, but very, very important. We all like to come camping, and if we don't get rid of our shit, it's going to ruin it for everyone. So I've just got one food bag, and it's got all my rubbish in from today. It's now 7:30 in the morning, and we're going to jump back on the path. But what a stunning day. Very, very clear. Dale head over there where we were yesterday. Listen, from that transition before where I was walking away and I'm now here, I got a phone call and I took the total wrong route. So I'll fast forward what I've just done. But basically I started to head down the wrong way. I thought, oh, great spot for some pictures here. And then I've had to walk all the way back up the hill to get back to this point now. So yeah, just be careful. You don't come down from there, you kind of come to the left of Robinson. And it looks like we have got a bit of a steep descent. We'll be making our way all the way down to the bottom somewhere, cutting across. I think we go across that road, and then it's these lower hills that we're going for. So we have got some more Wainwrights to go. I think there's another 3, maybe 4. My knee's a little bit fragile today still, so I can't see me staying in the lakes much longer, to be fair. I'm just going to enjoy the rest of today, get some food in Keswick or Ambleside, and then I'll be heading home. So I'm on OS Maps now, I'm not sure if you can see it. We've just made our way down off Robinson. Now the path bends round to the right and goes over the road down there, and we're going on to this next hill. But if I look on here, there's a summit up there. So we'll go and tag that one. It's not on the horseshoe and it's not a Wainwright, but while we're there, rather than just skip round, we'll go up to the summit and then come down. Don't just come and do the Wainwrights. They're great, don't get me wrong, but there's other summits as well. So on this one, it'd be nice to pick up a few little extras that you wouldn't normally pick up. I wonder when we'll see our first person, eh? I guess because I'm halfway through the route, you know, you probably aren't going to see many, but let's see when we spot our first person. But for now, let's get to this summit that we don't even know what it is. And we're just about to get back into the sun. It's coming up there behind us, just over the ridge. Listen. Yeah, very, very boggy. We'll try and cut across now. I tried to cut across there before and it was extremely boggy, my feet were sinking. So luckily it's very dry. But if you had any rain just before coming on this, wow, this bit would be boggy. But hopefully we can just cut through to get to that path so we can get up to the top. Right, we're just getting to the top. And this is High Snockrigg. Never heard of it. I think that's the cairn. Pathetic. A town down below, some camping down there as well. Is that Crummock Water? I think, maybe. Robinson looks pretty impressive from here. What we came down today. And obviously behind us now the beautiful shapes of the fells, just silhouetted in the sun. We're going to be heading down and up again, and we're going to be following this next ridgeline in the middle. This is really reminiscent of my long distance hikes. When you're up early in the morning, walking in the middle of nowhere, nobody about, and it's just you pounding the mileage. Looks like it's down here. Oh, my knees, man. On my right knee. It can be tricky, this. Ah, so sore. A bit icy here as well, because it's in the shade. Hence slipping there. So we'll try and stay on the grass where possible. Just trying to come down really slowly. Oh, I don't jar them. Right, well you can see what I'm doing anyway. I'm going to wiggle my way down. It looks like we're getting to the section of the road there before we head up. So I'll see you at the bottom. I found that tremendously difficult. It's not difficult, just got to take care, but right knee, it's gone. I can hardly put weight on it. So I say it's okay when I'm going up, but just lowering myself down, I really can't put any weight on it. Very sore. Yeah, that's me out of action for a week, I'd say, a week or two. Luckily it's the Outdoor Expo this weekend. So I've just got to make the most of today, really. Get around this, and I can take my time. Say I can power up the hills, I'm all right, but coming down, I just struggle to put any weight on my knee. Trying to make the effort to film. So Robinson, we just come 1.5 miles from there, and now we're heading up to Knott, which is straight up that way. 0.7 miles it says on the sign there. Upwards, doesn't look too bad at all. So much easier with poles, honestly. Make a massive difference. Got up to the top of that section, and there is quite a way to go yet. That's Snockrigg up there. Still plodding along, we're not there yet. Just ahead, if I follow this path, this little lump here is Snockrigg. And then in the distance, there's a bit of a craggy one over there, and that's Ard Crags, and that'll be our last one of the day. Yes, summit of Snockrigg, second to last one. So we're just going to follow the ridge up over the crag, and then I'm hoping it's a little bit gradual. I'm hoping it's towards that hill over there, and then I believe where the white thing is in the distance, if you can see it, I think I'm parked around there roughly. Oh, looks like we've got another little down before the next up. Oh, I've just had a really nice chill here. I've been here about 20 minutes. So I do want to get moving at some stage. It's just nice to have a nice relax. See, it's glorious today. The sky's cleared as well. If you look at my, I'll put it that way actually, what I'm looking at. Just got the sun beaming down. It's 11:15. So it's still early. It's going to get warmer today, definitely. So just another few minutes and then I'll get the motivation to get my ass up and we'll carry on. But like I said before, make the most of these moments, because it's, honest to God, it's not like this very many times in the lakes. It's normally windy or pissing it down. There we go, we can see the summit ahead, but we'll get up to the trig point here and let's tag it. Right, we're at the summit of Ard Crags. There we go, 581. How you doing, you alright? Yeah. Yeah, not bad. What a day, eh?
Yeah, very nice.
Not often like this. Awesome views up here. So we're just going to be following this ridge line along here until we make our way back to Little Town. Right, so leaving the summit. Just been having a nice chat to that guy. He's just doing his 4 today. But yeah, he was he's planning to go right up this thing here, which isn't right. So I was suggesting, why don't you cut across and go and do sail? You tag another Wainwright, and I think there's another one up there as well, if I remember rightly. But it's more gradual. It's a little bit longer for him, and he's going to do that. But it makes sense. Dying for a drink. But if I do see anywhere on the way down, I will top up some water, because it's water I need really. I'm not sure if you can make out on my watch, but it shows we're right on a summit now. I know there's nothing to say what it is, so I will put it above or below. Oh, now I've got this down, 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 which again, no good for my knee, but we'll get there. So let's get down, pick up a road and make our way back to Little Town. See everything we've come over today. Ooh. Right, it just looks like I've just got this last steep section. As you can see, we're down off that little bit of a descent there. And now we're just following this little bit of a path all the way back. Now, I have had a look on OS Maps, and this isn't taking us exactly back to where we want to go. So at some stage, I might need to cross a field. Right, so we've got to the end of here, and there is a gate. Now, I'm not too sure if this is public. Yeah, it does say left here for the footpath. Let's have a little look. That must be down that fence. I'm going to follow this path. I'm guessing it crosses us over and takes us on this one, which is the wrong side to where we want to be, but it's fine. There's a beck at the bottom here. I don't know how we're going to quite cross it, but I'm not bothered. I'm just going to have a couple of minutes here and get some water. Oh, my knees. Oh, shite. Right, I've drank all that. Oh. 600 ml, so what I'll do, I'll just top it up as much as I can, and then let's get going. Oh, foot went under a little bit, but Gore-Tex shoes, so that's fine. And then if we just step over this barbed wire without getting my crotch, which is probably going to be easier said than done actually. Oh yes, sat right on it. I'm hooked, I'm hooked. Am I off? Yes. May have a hole in my shorts, we don't know. If I just make my way up a little bit, we'll try and find that path and then follow that until we get to a road. And eventually it should open up to something and we'll work out the way from there. Right, we've been following this path and it looks like we're approaching some civilization. We've got road and cars and people. Why would you park it like that? What is going on there? I suppose it's the only place you could get in. That cannot be good for your car. Oh my God, if anyone wants to steal a wheel, geez. So yeah, we're going to cross over this ford and then take the yellow road to the right, and that should take us back. Right, and this is us, Newlands Church, Little Town. And looks like we're just following this back, and I believe we're up there. I'm being chased up the road by these two. I think they like the tapping of the stick. There you go, stop now. Last bit of a slog up this road. But I'm hoping this brings me out where the car is. I think so. Cross your bleeding fingers. Yes, baby. Little town farm, guest house, little town camping, glamping even. And hopefully I should have a little note on my windscreen with the details to send payment. If not, I'll go and knock on and speak to the guy. So he's left me the details. Oh, some information on the place as well. But yeah, they do some cabins here. They're just round the back, which look fantastic. Probably a good little place to stay. Now there is parking actually down the road for free, but if you come and park here and do this route, park here, Seth's farm here, and support them, and it's just £5. Oh, right, that's me done. Glad to be back at the car, see if my sandwich is alright, hopefully it is. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was the Newlands Watershed, minus cat bells, and a couple of other little summits in there as well. As ever, the route is in the description below, and the parking details, and also the stats from the hike. I'll just stick them in the description if you're interested in those. But other than that, I just want to say thank you for watching if you stayed till the end. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to head home, rest for a couple of days, and then it's the outdoor expo this weekend. So obviously this video is going to come out after that, but I do hope I get to see loads of you guys there. It'd be lovely to meet you. And then, yeah, I don't know when I'm next out hiking again because my legs need to recover. I've obviously got an issue with my knee, so hopefully I'll get out soon. But I'll just say thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Consider subscribing.